Good morning, everyone. Welcome to this Black Friday edition of Sports Shorts Daily. Ronnie Rants alongside Tommy Chrysan. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving and with the fam or wherever you spent it. I know most of you probably stuffed your face like I did. That's for
I
sure.
did.
Um, I'm coming to you from the land of Lafayette, Louisiana, in the Gus Rants Bungalow Suite, where I've stayed the last few days, celebrating Thanksgiving with the fam. TK was on the North Shore over there in God's country with your family. And today the feast will begin in a matter of a few hours. We'll wrap it up, TK. So,
Yeah,
what
I
what
had a
was the
great
Christ
time.
and Thanksgiving like?
Oh, I had a great time. I got a picture of me and the five grandchildren. I have to send you that one. But that was great. There was a lot of people. We talked a lot about LSU and Lane Kiffin and all of that. And that's my favorite holiday because of all the family. We're all in one spot, and that was good. Now, Ronnie, things happened. My son-in-law and my three grandsons went to the hunting camp. In the late afternoon. He's got a camp up near Natchez, Mississippi. So that, I was wishing they were going to hang around a little longer, but they don't want to hang out with Pops anyway. So we did everything we needed to do, and it was good. A lot of good food. Had a ham from Tremonti's that was great as always.
Before we get going with sports talk, happy birthday to my mother. The November 28th is her birthday, so happy birthday, Mama Janet, who is enjoying having my sister and her family with her four grandkids staying with her this week. So she's loving that. So happy birthday, Ma. I love you. All right. TK, speaking of Lane Kiffin, today's a big day for Lane Kiffin. Today's a big day for Ole Miss. 11 a.m. Egg Bowl. Ole Miss a touchdown favorite over Mississippi State. This is a game that has juice anyway because it's a rivalry game. This is a game where normally you can say throw out the records. It's going to be a competitive game anyway. But now with everything on the line, Ole Miss is fighting for their playoff chances. They're fighting to try to backdoor their way into the SEC tournament. They're fighting to see is Lane Kiffin going to stay because he hasn't officially signed to stay or signed to leave. A lot riding in this game, and I think the viewership for this thing's going to be through the roof.
Yeah, I gotta agree. I'm gonna watch it today at 11 o'clock, and so many storylines, and and it's a unique story. And when Brian Kelly left to come to LSU, they were like maybe going to be in the playoff. Okay, well, if Ole Miss wins today, they're in the playoff. Okay, regardless of whether they get to Atlanta for the SEC championship game, that's another storyline that's brewing up. But so many people yesterday. That was the talk at where I was. Everybody, I got a lot of nephews and my son. Everybody, Lane, who do they get if it's not Lane Kiffin? Of course, that's now the topic because you're waiting to see. So definitely a lot of rebooting of X and YouTube and your email and following all the accounts you follow. That's what's going to happen.
There's expectation, there's reports that say if Lane Kiffin wins today, then he may wait to make some sort of announcement or decision after seeing what Texas and Alabama do. Remember, if Texas and Alabama win, they'll play in the SEC championship game. If Texas loses to Texas A&M tonight, if Alabama loses in the Iron Bowl tomorrow and Ole Miss wins today, then Ole Miss gets into the SEC championship. But so that in order for Ole Miss to be in the SEC championship, they have to win and Texas and Alabama lose. There's no other scenario that puts them in. So he may wait to see what happens first before making an announcement. Meaning, hypothetically, if Texas and Alabama were to lose after Ole Miss winning, then maybe he waits a week till after the SEC championship game to make some sort of announcement whether to stay or go. Again, I can't imagine a scenario, Tommy, where he's staying. If he was going to stay, he would have made the announcement. The team would have made, the school would have made, because there'd be the juice that the fans and the players and everybody would want. It wouldn't be a secret you'd want to keep. There's benefit to announcing it to give your fan base and your team even more motivation and enthusiasm. So the fact that nothing's been said leads me to believe he is going. The question just simply is, where is he going? Is it the NFL? Is it college football?
Now, what about this, Ronnie? I just come up with this as you were talking. What if he tells his team? I mean, we're like an hour and a half, a little more than that away from kickoff. What if he gets the team in and says, "I'm not going anywhere, guys. Now let's go out and kick Mississippi State's tail, and then go win the FCC." Happy Thanksgiving. I'm staying. Is that, what's the chances of that? 2%, 3%?
I don't think that. I don't think so. People think back to when Les Miles did that in '07 at the SEC championship game. But the only reason that he made that announcement publicly, I got a damn fine team, I'm not going anywhere, was because it leaked on ESPN, because ESPN on game day and stuff, they started reporting Les Miles to Michigan, and he felt it a distraction and necessary to clear the air. In this case, it's been a distraction for weeks, and
Right.
Lane Kiffin hasn't cleared the air. So why would he do it this morning? And oh, by the way, it's 9:22. They start in an hour and 38 minutes, so hadn't happened yet. But um, it's a bizarre scenario, and I can't wait for it to be over with. I personally, gun to the head, would have to say I think Lane Kiffin's going to be the next coach at LSU. But to say I'm super confident or it's a done deal, ridiculous, no, because
But
of the way he is and the way this is going down.
would you put $100 on it that he's the
I
next
have,
coach?
I have put some money on it.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, I would bet $100 when anybody wants to bet me that he will be the next LSU coach. Now, again, like I said Wednesday on Sports Shows Daily, I don't know that. That's just a strong feeling I have, is that when it shakes out, whether that's tonight, tomorrow night, I hope we know something by the time we're on the radio tomorrow. We'll be on, by the way, 12:30 to 2:30 over at Point Marie, little Papa Earl's tailgate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we'll be on 12:30 to 2:30, only on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge. So hopefully we got some news to talk about there. You and I will be there, Hunter McCann, Joel Derry on the phone, whatever we got to do. So that'll be tomorrow at 12:30. Don't forget to set your clock so you can check out Sports Shorts Radio.
Yeah, looking forward to that. Yeah, it's one of those deals where if Texas takes care of business, Texas A&M rather takes care of business time, Texas A&M beats the Longhorns, then Ole Miss is done. There's nothing. There's nothing that, because if Alabama were to lose to Auburn, Georgia would be in to the championship game. So again, it's done. So if Lane Kiffin wins, Texas A&M wins, then you have a scenario where Lane Kiffin has no reason not to make an announcement. Maybe makes it tonight, maybe makes it tomorrow. So we shall see. Very interesting days ahead. Now, speaking of LSU, they are at Oklahoma. The over-under is 36.5 in this game, the lowest on record. Not to say that in 1940 something, whatever, it was over under, because when scores were 14-7 all the time. But as far as the modern era is concerned, it's the lowest point spread anyone can ever find. And I still like the under even at 36.5. I just think LSU's offense is going to do nothing on the road at Oklahoma.
The over and under on LSU's points is 11.5.
Yeah, I was hoping it might be 13.5 or 14, but 11.5. I mean, and that's a right line. I mean, I cannot see them scoring a touchdown more than one in this game.
In case people missed it, Nussmeier's 100% out, so he will not play. It'll be Michael Van Buren and in Oklahoma, and the Sooners have a lot to play for. Their mind is, if they win, they're in the 12-team playoffs, so they're going to have juice.
Yeah, there's a lot going on here. You see that Gumbeaux Gators logo in the top right corner of your screen. You also will see the Baton Rouge Rougarou logo as well. Both teams, have season tickets on sale now. And they have Black Friday deals that are going to run now through next Thursday. Go check it out. If you're a Baton Rouge Rougarou fan, there's motivation and reason for you to get your tickets now. If you're a Gumbeaux Gators fan, well, not only do they have general admission season tickets with a special, but they also have all-you-can-eat season ticket reserved seats in Lake Charles, where you get 2 complimentary alcoholic drinks per game as well. So, I mean, unbelievable deals that we have going on with savings of over 30% or better, plus free gift cards for merchandise. So go check it out. Black Friday sales, great Christmas gifts for folks in the Baton Rouge area, Lake Charles area. If it's not for you, get it for someone else, and also help support the cause. It's a great cause.
And I did think I read the sale is good on next Friday.
Right. Yeah. It's
Yes,
Thursday night. Thursday night,
it's Black
11:59.
Friday, so you don't have to do it today. If you're all busy, make yourself a note. You can get a Christmas gift, like you said, or you got till midnight next Thursday to go ahead and get that done, either the Gumbeaux Gators or the Rougarou. So we want you to get that done.
All right, TK. Yesterday, NFL football, watched some really good games. Uh, Impressive win for the Green Bay Packers on the road to knock off the Lions. The Lions now 7-5 and on the outside of the playoffs. Still lots to go, 5 games to go. But the Lions just don't look as good as we thought they would look this year. Offensively, they haven't been the same. St. Brown didn't play yesterday. He was out too. That affected him. But just Jared Goff looks off this year. But right now they're 7-5, and they would be out of the playoffs if the season were to end today. The Packers, Jordan Love, part of that young upstart quarterback group. Green Bay, Chicago, young quarterbacks on the rise. Denver, with Bo Nix on the rise. It's a new crop that's on the come up in the NFL. Big win there. Big win for the Cowboys, the Dallas Cowboys, alive. They knock off the Chiefs. The Chiefs again, another team in trouble. Going to be a battle for them to get into the playoffs. They're 6-6, and they are going to have to work their tail off and probably go, for sure 4-2, if not 5-1, to really have a chance at the playoffs. And then the other game was Joe Burrow. I thought Joe Burrow was out for the year. He's been out since the second week of the season with severe plantar fasciitis, turf toe, all that stuff. He played with some sort of carbon fiber metal plate in his shoe and really looked good. Threw a couple touchdowns. The Bengals took advantage of 5 turnovers against the Ravens. The Bengals are going to be just like they always are, Tommy, just like last year. They're going to be the best team not in the playoffs when all's said and done. They built themselves too big of a hole. They've only got a 6% chance of making the playoffs right now, even after the win last night. They're going to win a bunch of games. They're going to come up just short, and they're going to be the best team not in the playoffs.
Yeah, I agree. It's some crazy scenarios. Now, Ronnie, if back in August I'd have told you, hey, on Black Friday when we do Sports Shows Daily, the team with the best record in the NFL will be the New England Patriots. You might have said, hey, TK, you got to be kidding me. They have the best record in the NFL.
Here's the thing, Tommy, is that the playoffs are going to be so interesting and so exciting for both leagues because there is no dominant team. There is, normally there's like 2 teams that are better than everybody in the AFC or NFC. Not the case. The Rams, to me, look like the class of the NFC. With especially the way Stafford, a veteran, championship, Super Bowl winning championship quarterback, is playing. The Rams look to be the class of the league, but that's it. Everybody else is everybody else. But I don't think the Rams are so far ahead. It's unrealistic to think that you couldn't beat them. And in the AFC, you're right. I mean, are we really buying the Patriots as the class of the the AFC? No. And you got teams like Kansas City and Buffalo that, are supposed to be really good that aren't, that are battling just to make the playoffs. Over in the NFC, the defending Super Bowl champs, don't really, they don't look as good as their record even, the Philadelphia Phillies. They still haven't figured it out.
Well, last year, the Eagles won the Super Bowl, best offensive line in the league. That was the consensus. This year, Lane Johnson, big tackle, he's out. They got 3 other guys that are playing hurt. It goes back to the old cliche. It all happens on the line of scrimmage up front. You got an offensive line, you're going to win some games. And the Eagles, use that and, Saquon Barkley and Jalen Hurts and Javonte Smith to win the Super Bowl last year. Barkley's averaging less than 3 yards a carry this year. And that's in part because of the offensive line. Okay. So, there's definitely a link there.
LSU men's basketball starting to step up a little competition. The Emerald Coast Classic tonight. Take on Drexel, I believe. 12
Great.
and a half point favorite. Drake. Oh, Drake. They take on Drake, not the rapper, the team. They're 12 and a half point favorite over in Destin. Did you notice this score, Tommy, yesterday? Did you notice TCU went on the road and beat a ranked Florida Gators basketball team? This is the same TCU team that lost its opener at home to UNO. UNO got destroyed by LSU. I mean, LSU was leading by 36 or something at one point in the UNO game, won by 26-8. That UNO team that looked terrible against UNO LSU looked like they didn't even belong on the same court. Looked like a 5A basketball team, 5A football team taking on a 2A football team. Like it wasn't even in the same category. Talking about a high school football comparison. And that UNO team who beat TCU went on the road to Gainesville and beat Florida. Go figure, Tommy. I don't
Well,
know. Go figure.
I didn't see that score, but that is amazing. Now, one little nugget about Florida, they got a guy that's 7'9". Okay. Now he doesn't get a lot of time. You would get more minutes than him, but he's 7'9", and because he got in the game a couple of games ago, and of course, he is the tallest player on record to ever get into an NCAA game. 7'9". Now he's pretty thin. He got to run around in the shower to get wet, but he is 7'9".
That's unbelievable. All right, what else we got going on, Tommy?
Southeastern tomorrow, 12 noon, Strawberry Stadium in Hammond. Pack the berry, they say. They're going to play Illinois State, who's 8-4. Lions are 9-3. Frank Selfo's done a good job with that program. 3.5-point favorite on FanDuel are the Southeastern Lions in Strawberry Stadium. Noon kick tomorrow. Weather's supposed to be perfect. Weather going to be a little shaky Sunday, Monday, but get on out there for the Lions in Hammond.
I will be at the Saints-Dolphins game on Sunday. Dolphins a 6-point favorite against the Saints. So I'll be able to report to you on Monday about that, let you know a little something about that experience at Hard Rock Stadium. First time I've been to a Saints-Dolphins game in Hard Rock Stadium. I saw the Saints-Dolphins in New Orleans a few times. Never saw Saints Dolphins in Hard Rock. Last time I actually saw the Saints in Hard Rock Stadium, Tommy, I was hugging and crying my brother after winning the Super Bowl. We were there in February of 2010 when the Saints won the Super Bowl. It was a spiritual moment. It was a religious experience. It was one of the greatest days of my life from start to finish. And so I'll be back there. That stadium's been through a little remodel since then. I actually was in Hard Rock for the championship game between Notre Dame, Brian Kelly, and Nick Saban in Alabama. That was in 2012. It was actually 2013 was actually date of the game, but it was the 12 season when when Alabama went and won back-to-back national championships. Alabama beat LSU in the Dome the year before, beat Notre Dame. That was the fake girlfriend game. Remember the linebacker? Manti Te'o, linebacker for Notre Dame, who was a Heisman finalist, got catfished. His story became famous, but that was the Manti Te'o game. The news had broken before the national championship about the fake girlfriend and all. Everybody was duped. And they went out and got beat, I think 42-14.
Right.
Alabama
that led me to one of the greatest lines TK had on the radio ever. Okay. The TK original. I said, name two people that Manti Te'o never put his arms around. And the answer was his girlfriend and Eddie Lacy, who was the running back for Bama that night that he hadn't tackled yet. So that was an old TK original that got more than a few chuckles for a couple of weeks on that one.
Yeah, that's funny. All right, Tommy, tell us about, Tremonti's today.
Well, they're closed. They won't reopen till Tuesday. But don't forget, Court Street Cafe is open tomorrow night with steak night after the LSU game and then the Sunday brunch. Tremonti's, thank everybody. So many turkeys went out the door yesterday. So that all took place yesterday over there at Tremonti's. They won't be back open again until Tuesday. Don't forget Court Street Cafe in Port Allen. They were closed yesterday, regular hours for the weekend. including Saturday night steak night and Sunday brunch. Big events. You don't want to miss that at Court Street Cafe. And don't forget the Black Friday season ticket sale. It's good for a whole week through next Thursday. Season tickets for the Lake Charles Gumbeaux Gators, season tickets for the Baton Rouge Rougarou. Go online, go to those websites, get it done. We'll remind you about it Monday. We'll remind you tomorrow on Sports Shorts Radio. That's another thing. Let's remind you, Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow, 12:30 to 2:30, 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge from Papa Earl's Tailgate Festival at Point Marie, Baton Rouge. Check that out. We'll be out there to tell you all about it. It's free. Come on out to Papa Earl's Tailgate Festival, Point Marie, Baton Rouge, not far from the casino on River Road. If you leave the casino, go down River Road like you're going to go to LSU. On your right, you'll see Point Marie. We'll be out there broadcasting Sports Shorts Radio tomorrow, 12:30 to 2:30. Don't forget to like and share this show, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, or X. We appreciate it when you like and share it. You help the Baton Rouge Rougarou, the Lake Charles Gumbeaux Gators, Tremonti's. You're going to help Court Street Cafe in Port Allen, Sports Shorts Radio. It helps everything. So do please like and share this show. Tell all your friends about it. Radio tomorrow, 12:30. We will do Sports Shorts Daily Monday morning. And we might have Lane Kiffin news. Who knows? We should have something. No. All right. Hope everybody has a good rest of the Thanksgiving week. A lot of people still with family and friends. Enjoy it. Enjoy every minute. On behalf of Ronnie Rance, I'm Tommy Chrysan. We'll talk to you again real soon.